Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening based on wherever you live. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ashfaq, and today I'm going to start part 1 of the Salesforce interview question series. If you're looking for topic-wise interview questions, then you're at the right place. So I'm creating a series wherein I have divided all the interview question based on the topic so that it'll be easier for you to go through all the interview questions topic wise. So let's get started. The first one is what is cloud computing? Obviously, this should be the first question you should learn because Salesforce is on cloud computing architecture, right? So what is this cloud computing? Cloud computing is nothing but, resources located at a remote location, right? Which can be accessed from anywhere in the world, from any device. You can access this from any device, basically, from the laptop, from your iPads, or from your computer as well, right? So cloud computing is also a broader term used to define the infrastructure, the platform, the software, and data storage all together, and it is hosted on a remote server, right? And the example I can give you is best example is Gmail, right? Gmail is nothing but it is an application which is hosted somewhere, and we don't know where it is hosted, but we were able to use it using any device, right? And it can be accessed from anywhere in the world, right? So Gmail is just one example wherein we are using that application for our mail purpose, but we can use any other examples, like accounting software can also be one of the applications. Let's go to the next question. What are the different types of cloud computing models we have, and also where does Salesforce fits into these types? So what are the different types of cloud computing models we have? In the sense, we have three types of cloud computing models. First one is SaaS, and the next one is PaaS, and the third one is IaaS, right? What do you mean by SaaS? SaaS is nothing but software as a service. If I could give an example, let's say I have developed an application, an accounting application, and I have hosted somewhere in the cloud, and I'm planning to sell this based on the subscription model, right? So I have created one generic accounting application, and I am selling this to multiple different clients. They are paying me per user, per month licenses, and then they can use that for their accounting purposes. So that is nothing but the software as a service. Means I have created a software, I'm selling it as a service, right? And other examples which we can see is Google Apps, Dropbox, Salesforce CRM, Cisco WebEx, Concur, GoToMeeting. There are many different examples today in the world for software as a service, and our Salesforce CRM is also one of the example, right? And next example is PaaS. What is PaaS? PaaS is nothing but platform as a service. Mean to say that I am providing a platform to my users or maybe companies wherein they can develop their own softwares, right? Best example is Windows Azure. Windows Azure is nothing but a platform which is provided by Salesforce, so by Microsoft, and companies can build and host their softwares using that platform. As well as Heroku is one of the other best example wherein we can develop application using any language which is provided by Heroku and then can be hosted. Similarly, Force.com, which is Salesforce.com's platform, wherein developers from Salesforce can develop, and it is obviously hosted on cloud computing. And then finally, Google Apps Engine is also one of the other example for platform as a service. When we go to infrastructure as a service, IaaS, which is nothing but IaaS, this is just an infrastructure, right? So I'm providing an infrastructure, and then companies can use to build whatever they want and to host whatever they want, right? So I'm just providing an infrastructure, a location wherein they can host their whatever they want to host, right? The best example, if you want me to take, is as an Amazon Web Services, right? You can use their services, you develop your application wherever you want, in whichever language you want, and then you use Amazon's resources to host your services, right? So Rackspace, Amazon Web Services, AWS, Microsoft Azure again, and Google Compute Engine are the different examples for infrastructure as a service. If you could see this example, my example of SaaS, PaaS, and IaaS diagram, so you see this is as a triangle, right? And at the top we have SaaS, and in the middle we have PaaS, and uh, at the last we have IaaS, right? So what does this mean? Why I have used triangle as an example? Why not I have used a square, right? Because there is a reason for that. So the the more you go from SaaS to SaaS to IaaS, the more flexibility it opens, right? Basically, SaaS doesn't have a lot of flexibility. Means to say, I have developed one application, you should stick to it. You cannot change it because it's all controlled by me, right? You have to tailor your business based on what software I have developed, right? For example, I have developed an accounting software, and I sell that accounting software to you, and you have started using it, and you feel that you want some features to be added based on your specific use case, right? When you come back to me, I cannot change my software specific to your needs, right? Because this is a generic software I build, and that has to be used by many other companies, right? But that is the reason we have very little flexibility in terms of SaaS. But when you go to PaaS, you have little bit more flexibility, right? I have given a platform to you, like Microsoft Azure has given a platform to you, but you can create whatever application you have. So what flexibility you are getting? You can create whatever application you want, or you can enhance or modify the application based on your specific needs, right? So little bit more flexibility has increased. But what flexibility has not increased? I cannot tell Microsoft Azure that I use whatever language I want to use. Like I cannot say that I want to use Java yeah, and use Microsoft Windows Azure platform, right? Because Microsoft is having languages like C Sharp, VB, and all those things, right? And there is another platform, Heroku, is also have provided a few languages. But if there is a language that is not available with Heroku, then I cannot say that I want to use that language which is not available in your platform. So that is still no, less flexibility, but you still have a lot of flexibility to change the application itself when you are developing, right? And in terms of infrastructure, you have the full flexibility, right? You use any language of your choice, you use any backend database of your choice, and um, you can develop the application and host it. So as you go down from SaaS to IaaS, you get more flexibility. That is the reason we have this in the triangle form. Okay. And what is next is what is Salesforce? Since this is all about Salesforce, we have to understand what exactly Salesforce is, right? So basically, Salesforce is a CRM, customer relationship management solution that brings customer and companies together, right? So this is an application built by Salesforce, for everyone else to use, wherein they can manage their customer relationship, right? Any company in the world, you go, they have customers, right? They have to maintain their customers, they have to manage their customer, they have to serve the customers, right? So they interact with the customer a lot of time, right? So this Salesforce CRM is nothing but an application wherein they maintain everything about the customers, right? How many times they have interacted, for what products customers were looking to buy from you. All those things can be can be can be inserted into this CRM software, right? And then it is one integrated CRM platform that gives you your departments like marketing, sales, service, commerce, and a single shared view of every customer, right? So let's say, for example, Salesforce is having many other things. It's not just a CRM today, right? It is having sales, it is having service, it is having marketing, it is having everything. You name it, you have it, right? So you will get the end-to-end information, or 360-degree information of the customers if you use Salesforce, right? For example, when customer have contacted us, and what we have done to convert that to a customer, and what products we sold to the customer throughout the years, and how much money this customer have paid to us, and what are the services we are providing to the customers, like post sale services, right? For example, if you purchase a Dell laptop from Dell, right? They have your sales information, like how many laptops you have purchased, but they will also have information like this laptop what you have purchased is having 1 or 2 years of warranty, wherein whenever you have an issue, you can call to the support, right? Support will first ask what is the unique number of your laptop. They will, as soon as they enter the unique number, they will get the information of how much service they should provide you based on what service you have purchased. So basically they will get 360-degree information of a customer with Salesforce. The next question is, what are the different products we have in Salesforce? As I said, Salesforce is having multiple different products. So let's see what are the different products Salesforce is having, right? So initially Salesforce started with a CRM wherein they have sales and services, but now in the recent past they have developed many softwares, many products internally, as well as they have acquired many other softwares, throughout the years. And finally, they have so many different products which a company can utilize, and can have everything in one platform, that is Salesforce platform, right? So here the main products, even though Salesforce is having many other products, but I have added a couple of main products which Salesforce have today, like sales, services, marketing, commerce, platform, engagement, that is Heroku, customer 360 platform. They have integration application. They have analytics as well, Einstein Analytics. They have communities. They have industry specific products as well, like for health cloud or financial cloud, many other industry clouds they have, right? They have some productivity softwares as well as enablement software, and they have industry, as I said, they have industry products like financial, healthcare, government. So these are the couple of products what Salesforce have today. Okay. Next, what is Sales Cloud, right? So this is one of the core product of Salesforce. They have started Salesforce with this product only. So let's see what exactly Sales Cloud is, right? So before even going into the Sales Cloud, just visualize the sales process, right? Not just laptops, but you take any product you want to buy. Think what exactly will happen, right? You try to contact the company, or you see the ad, right? And you try to contact the company, and then someone from the company try to call you, and then they try to not convince, but they try to explain about the product, and then you purchase the products, right? So all this life cycle of this purchase comes under Sales Cloud, right? So Sales Cloud refers to the sales module in Salesforce, right? And it includes leads, contacts, accounts, contracts, right? And opportunities, quotes, products, price books, and campaigns. So all this comes under Sales Cloud. And it also includes the features such as web to lead. For example, you might have visited some websites of the companies wherein they ask you, okay, if you're interested in product, just enter your details, we'll get back to you, right? So in the website, you enter your name, your email address, your phone number, and you have given some message that I'm looking for so and so product. So that is one of the feature in Salesforce, like if you enter in their website, automatically it becomes a lead in Salesforce, right? Which is used for capturing leads online, right? And which includes auto response rules, features, etc. Then you will get an email saying that thank you for contacting us. Someone from our sales team will get back to you. So that these are the features of Sales Cloud, and it is also designed to help customer from start to end setup for the entire sales process, right? So beginning from the lead, to the quote and order, everything, all the sales process is can be captured in Sales Cloud, right? It is used to help generate the revenue, right? What will happen if someone purchases something from us, then we generate the revenue, right? So that all is captured in Sales Cloud. Okay, next one is Service Cloud. So what is Service Cloud? Similar to Sales Cloud, that is the first step in the sales cycle, and then someone purchases your product, right? So next, what will happen? Again, let's go back to the Dell example. Once you have purchased your Dell laptop, then what will happen? Along with the purchase, you might purchase 1 or 2 years of warranty, right? Then what will happen if you get some issues? You will try to contact Dell, the Dell services. So what they'll do, someone from their technical team will get in touch with you, or maybe help with you to resolve the issues, right? Or for example, your laptop completely shuts down and it's not no more working because the RAM is having some issues, right? So in that case, is what will happen is they try to replace it. So how that is managed, right? So that can be managed using another Salesforce product called Service Cloud, right? And Service Cloud is a service or customer service module in Salesforce.com, which includes accounts, cases, contacts, and solutions, right? It also includes features such as public web to case. So in terms of Sales Cloud, what will happen when you enter when you open the site for purchasing, they will have a page wherein you enter your information, it becomes the lead. What in terms of services, or let's say you open the Dell website and they said, okay, if you are looking for support, just click on this link. So when you click on this link, you will be having a page wherein you have to enter your details, right? So the details are nothing but your issue, like your RAM is not working. So as soon as you enter that goes and captures into the cases, right? Case is one of the object in Salesforce, right? Web to case. And the knowledge base, like internal call center people have a knowledge base wherein they will, for example, you call Dell for some problem, right? You want to reset your reset your password is not the right thing, but any issue, right? So even Dell, they don't remember everyone, the people who are working, they don't remember everyone, because Dell might be having so many different versions or so many different models of laptop, right? It's not possible for them to remember each and everything, right? So they call, first of all, they will ask you what is the model, right? So when you tell the model, they will try to pull up a knowledge base or knowledge article wherein they have all the information, right? And then let's say another example I'll give you. If you call to your mobile service provider, right? My internet is not working, so they will quickly ask which mobile you are using, whether you're using Android based mobile, or they will use or you're using iOS based mobile. So if you said, okay, I'm using iOS Apple mobile, then they will pull up immediately a knowledge article wherein they have steps, if the internet is not working, how or what troubleshoot they have to do. So they'll guide you on the phone, saying that, okay, do this, do this, do this, and then your internet get automatically started, right? So this is nothing but knowledge base, right? Same like call center information, self-service portal, we'll have portal as well, customer service automation example, assignment rules, escalation rules. Let's say, for example, when a case is created for laptop, right, they will have a team dedicated to work on laptops, right? So automatically assignment rules will assign to that laptop, the team who is responsible for laptops. Let's say you created another case for maybe servers, right? So servers might be dealt with by some different teams. So they try to create an assignment rules wherein your case information will go to the server team who is responsible to troubleshoot the servers and all, right? So, and also escalation rules. Let's say, for example, your case has been not resolved for 3 days, so they can write the rule. We can write the rules in Service Cloud wherein it says, okay, if this has been not worked upon for the next 3 days, then assign it to the manager, right? That the person's manager or the lead, right? So automatically it get escalated, right? So what will happen with this Sales Cloud and Service Cloud? We are kind of streamlining the complete process of our company, to give better experience to the users, right? So all this happens. All this makes the process very streamlined, right? It is designed to allow an organization to support past, current, and future clients' requests for assistance with products, services, and billings, right? Not just the current clients, but we support the past clients as well, because they have purchased the product from us long back, but they're still paying us to support them. So all that information is captured, and the companies help using the Service Cloud module of Salesforce. It is used to help make the customer happy, right? So if you're providing the right service and on time, and if the customer is getting all their issues resolved, then definitely it will be a happy customer experience, right? What is Marketing Cloud? Marketing Cloud is also one of the major cloud uh, Salesforce is having, one of the major product, I would say, Salesforce is having. So earlier Marketing Cloud was not there, but Salesforce has acquired one of the company, and they have rebranded is as it as Marketing Cloud, right? Basically it is to market you. I'm not sure if you have realized that you sometimes you used to get some emails or some SMSs, if you try to search some product and try to give your information, like your email ID and all those things, and then from there emails started coming to you saying that this is the offer we have, right? So you might open the offer, you might not open the offer, right? So if you don't open the offer for 2 days, they will send you another email with completely different message, right? And then maybe that message is attracted to you, and then you kind of open this message, open that message, that email, right? Then yeah, but you still don't take any action, and then after maybe 1 week they send you another email saying that, okay, if you buy today or within this week, you will get some 10% discount or something like that, right? So kind of email chain you get, right? Those all is managed using the Marketing Cloud product, right? So Marketing Cloud is the marketing module of Salesforce.com, and it is a platform for delivering a relevant and personalized journeys. If you have realized for these type of emails, you will also get hi and then your name, right? So it will not say hi there, and then right, hi there, and for example, if it is specific to your location, they will also include the location, right? Today we are having this offer in this location, in this country or city, whatever it is, right? So those kind of personalizations can be done and send the emails using this in this Marketing Cloud, right? And it allows the marketing team to convey the right messages at the right time through different stages of customer relationship, right? And then Marketing Cloud includes integrated and complete solution for customer journey management. Journey, right? You're starting from, you have submitted your information, and then you receive first mail, you receive second mail after 2 days, you receive third mail after 4 days, and then with an offer. So all those customer journeys can be built using this Marketing Cloud product, right? So every aspect of customer interaction and engagement is covered, and guiding customers on their one-to-one journeys with their brand has never been more natural or more effective. One-on-one journeys, in the sense, for example, you and your friend both entered your information for something, right? First day you both got same mail, but second time you have got another mail which is completely different from your friend's email, because your friend might have taken an action on the first mail itself, right? So he might have provided or he might have visited that site, and he might have purchased that, right? So he might not get the same mail, but you have not taken an action, so they'll send you another email which is just for you because you have not purchased it. So they'll give you more information of the product, and then your friend, after that your friend may not receive any email because he already purchased that. But third, you will get a third email saying that, okay, you get 10% offer and all those things, just to attract you. So the journey for you and for your friend is completely different, because the journeys will be tailored based on what action you are taking. So that is more to do with the marketing cloud. And next question, what are the objects falls under sales cloud, right? I'm sure, because you are learning this interview questions, means that you have already done your Salesforce course. What are the objects. Objects are nothing but the tables, right? So underlying tables in Salesforce world, we call it as objects, but that is nothing but table, right? So what are the different objects which falls under sales cloud? This is real easy. And we have leads, right? Leads are falls under sales cloud. We have accounts, we have contacts, contracts, opportunities, products, price books, right? And codes, and then campaigns. So these are all the objects which falls under sales cloud. This is easy. So next, we have what are the objects falls under Service Cloud. So what do we have in Service Cloud? Service Cloud does have accounts, because this is common between Sales Cloud and Service Cloud. And then they have contacts as well. This is also common between, but the new object here is cases, right? Because whenever we talk about services, we talk about cases, right? Case is nothing but an issue you raised, right? And we have solutions, we have knowledge articles or knowledge in Service Cloud. The next question is, what are communities and why do we use them? Okay, Salesforce does have communities as well, right? So let's see why we use communities. So Salesforce communities is a social platform for Salesforce.com that is designed to connect and facilitate communication among an organization's employee, partner, and customer. So if I give you an example, best example, community is nothing but you are Dell's customer, right? You have purchased some software. So Dell will give you a user ID and password, and you can log in into the portal, right? So that is nothing but a community. That's nothing but a customer community. So Dell will give you that. As soon as you log in into that portal, you will see, okay, you have purchased some laptop on so and so date, and you are having so and so years of warranty, right? And then you will also have help articles there when you log into the portal, right? For example, if your system is not if your system is restarting very frequently, do this, right? If your system is heating up, do this. If your laptop is keyboard is not working, do this, right? So all these articles will be there in that portal, which is nothing but a community. That is for customers. Then they can have we can have in Salesforce community for the partners. Let's say, for example, an airline, big airline, right? So right, big airlines, the most of their airline tickets are sold by their agents, right? Those are nothing but the partners, right? So they can log into that airlines portal as a partner, and then they can purchase the tickets from there or whatnot. This is just one example, but we can have multiple different examples wherein partners are nothing but their agents, or which are selling the company's products on their behalf, right? So they can log in, they have their own information, they can have their deals get there, and then they have their product information when they log in into the partner portal, etc. As well as similarly employees, right? So employees means, like, if you are an employee of any company, then you log in, you see your pay slips, right? You see your leaves, right? Leave balances, how many leaves you have, how many leaves you have already taken, right? What is the date of joining you have, like how many times you have been promoted so far, how many years you have completed, like so much of information. What is your emergency contacts, and what is your family details, etc. Everything is captured in community. So these are nothing but the communities wherein we can use for multiple different things, like employees, for partners, and for customers, right? You can use communities to drive more sales by connecting to your employees with your suppliers, distributors, and resellers, right? What I've explained just now. Deliver world-class service by giving your customers one place to get answers, right? As I said, right, they log in, they are having some issue, they can log in, they see first if there is any help article available. If yes, then they will read that article, they will resolve by themselves, right? But if they don't find any article which is resolving their issue, then what they do, they just have an option there to create a case, right? So that's how communities are useful. And manage social listenings, contents, engagements, and workflow all in one place, right? So if the company want to post some offers, some discounts, they push into the community's homepage, and user when the user logs in, they can see they can see the offers and all those things. So that can be used. Communities can be used for that as well. The next question is, what is the different types of communities we have in Salesforce? This is a good question. So as I said, we have customer communities, we have partner communities, and we have employee communities in Salesforce. So these are the different types of communities and different licenses for each of them in Salesforce. What is a portal? This is also one of the very interesting question. I have included this deliberately because portals are no longer exist, right? But you might have customers who are already using portal because they have portal since very long time. So earlier Salesforce used to call as portal, but they have rebranded it, and then they have renamed it as communities. Okay. But don't get confused between portal and communities. They are one. They both are one and the same, right? Maybe if the customers are using some old portals, they might not have similar features, but the both are the idea behind both of them are same, right? So Salesforce portal are similar to Salesforce communities. Salesforce portals are no longer available because these communities are effectively upgraded portals, rebranded as communities, right? So these are one and the same. But if you happen to see sales portal in one of the customer, then those are nothing but communities only. What are the difference between portal and communities? As I've just explained, Salesforce portals and communities empower your customers and partners by providing a social form directly related to your internal business, right? So this is a platform wherein you can have your all customers, interacting with you, or maybe our partners. You provide information from there, and your employees, you give all the information what they need from that common platform. So that is nothing but the portal or communities. Okay. Depending on when your organization begin using Salesforce, portals may no longer be relevant because they aren't available for new organizations, as I said. Before even going to this one, I just want to add one more point here. Salesforce now have rebranded the communities as well. At the time I'm recording this video, they are now known as Experience Cloud. Okay, so don't get confused with all this multiple different names. They are all one and the same. The next question is, what is force.com? This is very interesting question. All your life as a Salesforce admin, all your life as a Salesforce developer revolves around force.com, right? What is force.com? Force.com is a platform developed by Salesforce, right? So force.com is nothing but a PaaS, right? Platform as a service of Salesforce. So initially Salesforce has, when they started the company, they just have CRM, right? But now what if company wants to tailor that CRM based on their business, right? For example, I cannot give a CRM to all the companies
all the different companies. I cannot give one CRM to all the different companies, right? Because airline industry might have a different requirement, and maybe financial industry might have a different requirement, and some other industry, media industry might have some other requirements. So one CRM cannot be catered to all the different industries. So what Salesforce have done, okay, Salesforce have given the base CRM and then said, okay, if you want to do some changes, okay, you do it by yourself. What you do, you can just simply modify the CRM using the platform, right? So which is nothing but the Salesforce platform. It is a platform on which developers can build custom Salesforce application. Not just build the custom Salesforce application, they can also modify whatever Salesforce has already built, right? For example, lead, right? If I don't want to name it as a lead, I want to change it as an inquiry, I can just rename the lead to an inquiry, right? Salesforce might have given you a few fields, maybe 10 fields on the lead, but based on your company, you want to add few more fields, right? You can modify that as well. Platform, Salesforce platform, like force.com platform, just not allow you to create new or custom applications, but also allow you to modify what Salesforce have created, right? This is really, really powerful. Next question is, what is the difference between salesforce.com and force.com? I think by now you might clearly know what is the difference between salesforce.com and force.com, right? Salesforce.com is nothing but it's all the products what they have built, right? Salesforce.com is a CRM application which is on SaaS. But what about force.com? Force.com is their platform, right? So that is, it provides you with the ready-made Salesforce application that are hosted on the cloud. This includes Salesforce Sales Cloud, Salesforce Service Cloud, and Salesforce Marketing Clouds, etc. Right? And force.com is a platform on which developers can build customer Salesforce application. It is on PaaS, like platform as a service model. Right? What is multi-tenant architecture? This is a really, really important and interesting question, because Salesforce is on the cloud and Salesforce follows the multi-tenant architecture, right? Even if you don't go into the computing word of multi-tenant, just take the word tenant from multi. What do you mean by a tenant, right? For example, you have a building and you have 10 apartments in it, right? So you have given it to rent to one of the tenant, right? Who is using your apartment is nothing but a tenant, right? Similarly, in Salesforce world also, we have tenants, right? So multi-tenant is nothing but multiple orgs, okay? Salesforce orgs are hosted on a single server which shares the common resources. So what Salesforce has done, right? They have created this Salesforce in a multi-tenant environment, okay? You might see that you might use your Salesforce org, but you don't know that on the same server which you are connected to, there are some other different customers who are also using Salesforce, right? But their data, you cannot see their data and they cannot see your data, because simple example, like if you are in an apartment or flat, right? So when you open your door and you enter, you are completely private into your apartment, right? So similar way, the orgs, if you log in into your org, that is just your org, but just that behind the scene, you are using the same resources, right? So multi-tenant is nothing but multiple orgs hosted on a single server which shares the common resources, right? This is best example is a building, and one apartment in that building is yours, right? So you are using the shared resources, like you're using the lift, or you are using the staircases, and you're using the overhead tank for water, etc., right? All these things are shared resources, shared by all the tenants in that building. So multi-tenant systems places the data from multiple companies orgs on the same server, generally separating them from each other via a simple partition that prevents the data from migrating from one company to other. Even though you are using the same resources, but they cannot see what is in your org and you cannot see what is in their org, right? So that is nothing but multi-tenant architecture. So there are so many benefits of multi-tenancy, including cost saving, right? You can save cost, right? You will get advanced things, right? but you will still save costs, right? And no upgrade headaches, because you, for example, if there are any upgrades, you don't have to worry about it. The company, the operating systems upgrade have to be done on this complete server, let's suppose, right? You don't have to worry about it. Salesforce will take care of upgrading the whatever softwares, or maybe they might have to add the patches for security, right? Firewalls and all those things. You don't have to worry about it. Salesforce will take care of it, right? And if Salesforce feels that it's really slow, then they want to upgrade the memory and all those things, then Salesforce will take care. You don't have to worry about it. So that is the biggest advantage. So no upgrade headaches for the clients, and faster and smoother upgrades for the vendors, right? And flexibility, scalability, this is very big thing. Scalability, right? Today you are using Salesforce CRM with 5 GB data, and your need increases, and you think that you want to increase the storage to 10 GB, right? You don't have to do anything. You just have to contact Salesforce and just tell them that, just can you increase my storage from 5 GB to, let's say, 10 GB. They will simply increase it, right? So but in case of, if you are taking care everything, then you have to worry about a lot of things, right? So high performance, and Salesforce will take care of the performance, right? You don't have to worry about it. Low operational cost, you don't have to hire someone to take care of that server. Salesforce is taking care of on behalf of you. You are just paying monthly cost to them, right? So Salesforce is based on multi-tenant architecture, and it works pretty well. Okay, let's go to the next question. What are governor limits, right? When there is a multi-tenant architecture, there should be some governance, right? Let's say, for example, if you take an example of an apartment building, right? So I have 10 tenants in the apartment, then I one person cannot monopoly, one tenant cannot say that this is my lift, I will be only I will be using this lift, and no one else should use the lift, right? Because you cannot monopolize it, right? And even you cannot say that, okay, I will be using this lift from morning 9 a.m. to let's say 12 p.m. exclusively. That cannot be done, right? So what will happen? Some governance should happen. Another best example is, if you're on an apartment building and you have 100 liters of tank, and everyone should use 10 liters, and then if you have some governor limits, that is possible, right? Otherwise, what will happen? Maybe 50 liters is consumed by one of the tenant, right? So you can penalize them in an apartment situation. You can penalize them if they use more than 10 liters per day. But in terms of Salesforce, what they did is they have inbuilt this governor limits, right? Users cannot go beyond that limits, or the orgs cannot go beyond that limits. If you go beyond the limits which Salesforce has given, then you will get an error. Your system will stop, right? The example, even before, if I go onto the code, I'll give you an example. Salesforce restricts users that they cannot run a SOQL query which retrieves more than 50,000 records, right? Because let's say, for example, if I have a tenant in the same if I have two different tenants and using the same resources, one tenant is a very big company, they have millions of customers, right? And one tenant is a smaller one, right? And if the big tenant is trying to run a SOQL query without any limit, then he is consuming all the resources, right? Then other tenant might not be able to utilize that in the similar way, right? They might get performance issues. So Salesforce restricted that no one can get the data more than 50,000 records in a select query, right? So generally, when we write a select query, if we have more records than what we do, we write a limit 50,000 keyword on the select query. This is just an example, but we have many such governor limits in Salesforce. Okay, so if you see the definition, as we know, Salesforce Apex runs in a multi-tenant environment. So the Apex runtime engine strictly enforces, right? In terms of an apartment building, we can penalize them, but here what Salesforce is doing, Salesforce's engine is strictly enforce some limits to make sure that Apex code or processes do not monopolize shared resources, right? The example which I'm giving you. If some Apex code exceeds this limit, then Apex engine issues a runtime exception. So Salesforce stops immediately if they try to go beyond the limits. That is the very good thing about Salesforce. That cannot be handled, right? Hence, the Salesforce developers should be meticulous while writing the Apex code, right? So this is especially from the people who are coming from other technology background like .NET or C#.NET or Java, right? So they don't take care of these a lot because there's no enforcement of any limits in there, right? So when you're coming from other technologies to Salesforce, you should be really careful. As a developer, I'm talking. As a developer, you should be really careful, and you should always learn all this governor limits in Salesforce, so that you don't write bad code, right? So because your code will break if you don't take care of this governor limits. This is really, really important. And what is metadata? Simple words, if I want, yeah, in simple words, if I want to explain metadata, everything in Salesforce servers are stored in the form of XML, right? Even you create an object, it is stored in the Salesforce servers in the form of XML, right? And even you create a single field is also stored in the form of XML, right? Everything what is there in Salesforce is stored in the form of XML, okay? So metadata is nothing but a data about the data, right? Metadata is simple, lightweight language which is based on XML. So yeah, if you're a developer, right? If you open your development resources like objects and all those things in any IDE, right? So you will see the metadata, how objects are there in the form of metadata and all those things, right? So if you're an admin or admin, yeah, you don't have to worry about it a lot, but just it's good to know that metadata in Salesforce describe the structure of the objects and their fields, as well as the page layouts associated with them, etc. Or metadata in Salesforce describe the structure of anything developed in Salesforce and force.com. Next question is, what is App Exchange? This is also really good question, good to know. Normally what happens is, okay, let's see first what is App Exchange. App Exchange is the marketplace for Salesforce apps. It is very similar to Google Play and Apple App Stores, right? So what will happen, for example, you're using Android mobile, or you're using, let's say, iOS mobile. If you need something, right, you don't develop, for example, I need an accounting app, small app, or maybe I need a game, I want to play it on the mobile. So what do you will not develop by yourself, right? You go rather to the the Google Play or Apple store, and then you download some apps, right? In similar way, Salesforce also provided App Exchange, because Salesforce cannot develop each and every application for you, whatever you need, right? So Salesforce has opened this up. Salesforce said to the developers or to the companies who want to develop, okay, here is the platform, you develop whatever you want, and then customers can download it, use it. Okay, some of them are free applications and some of them are paid applications, right? So let's go and see what else we have in the definition, then, and I can give you a little bit more examples. So developers or ISV companies develop applications on Salesforce platform and publish on App Exchange, right? So they can publish on App Exchange. These can be installed into Salesforce orgs to use, right? So they are free as well as paid apps in App Exchange. So either you get some free or some paid as well, okay? So let me give you an example. Let's say, for example, Salesforce is very good in terms of CRM and all those things, right? So if you want to have an accounting application in Salesforce, there are two options. You can build it from scratch, okay? But you don't have the time and resources to build it from scratch. You can go and search in App Exchange, wherein you can find multiple different accounting packages. You can simply download and start using it, okay? Most of them, if you are looking for a very good application, then that will be a paid application. Otherwise, if you want a simple one, that you can find sometimes free as well. So here is the site. you can just log into www.appexchange.com. You will see this website, and you have multiple different apps. You can just go see the details, whichever suits you. You can just download it, right? Next, when should you use App Exchange apps? I think I've just given you an example when you should use. So there are many industry focused apps or utility apps in App Exchange. If your requirements are fulfilled by any of these apps, then instead of developing from scratch, you can use those apps from App Exchange, right? As I said, if you have a requirement of accounting, or maybe if you have a requirement for coding application, you don't want to build it, right? It will take a lot of time. You want to just use ready-made, so you can just simply go and search in the App Exchange, and you can download and start using it right away. So that is the best part, right? For example, if your company have a requirement to develop CPQ, configure price quote functionality, then instead of developing it from scratch, you can install any CPQ app like Aptus CPQ or Salesforce CPQ, formerly Steelbix, or Oracle CPQ, which is formerly Big Machines, right? So you can simply go and these apps are tightly integrated with Salesforce, right? You don't have to do something extra, right? If these apps needs to use an existing Salesforce objects, also they do by themselves, right? You don't have to, for example, this CPQ have to get some information from code, from opportunities and all those things. It will by default does all those things. You don't have to worry about it integrating a lot. You just have to perform some configurations after installing it, and then you are good to go. Similarly, you can find many App Exchange apps targeting to different industries like financial services, communications, media, and healthcare, and life science, etc. So you name the industry, you have those applications in App Exchange, right? And even you yourself, if you're a developer, you can become you can create your own if you have a good idea, then you can develop that App Exchange package and publish into publish onto the Salesforce App Exchange, and then companies, if they are in need of that application, the companies will buy it from you. Okay. And next question is, what is the difference between unmanaged packages and managed packages? So when we talk about App Exchange, then we have to talk about the packages, because all these are uploaded into App Exchange, as a package, right? Apps on App Exchange are distributed in managed package and unmanaged package, right? I just quickly want to give you an example before I go to the next points. Managed in the sense it is locked. You cannot change it at all, right? Unmanaged is unlocked package. Sometimes some companies give you free applications which are mostly it is unlocked, right? You take the code and you install that package, you will see the code as well, right? In terms of unmanaged package. But in managed packages, you cannot see the code, right? If you try to open if you install unmanaged package, if they have some triggers and Apex classes, and if you want to see the code, you cannot see the code, right? You try it. Okay, just go to the App Exchange, install one package, and see if you're able to see the code behind it. Okay, you can't see that. Okay, managed or unmanaged packages are containers that hold the code and metadata associated with the app, right? So as I said, these app providers maintains managed packages and we cannot see the underlying code. Whereas unmanaged packages are like open source, where the underlying code can be seen and changed, right? So almost most of the big or paid apps are managed package only. You will not find unmanaged package with open code. Okay. So I think with this, we are at the end of our part 1. Thanks for watching. If you like it, hit the like button and leave a comment. And finally, don't forget to subscribe.